the AI budget that Uber had for 2026. Apparently they spent it all on during just 4 months, we can read here. So Uber burned its entire 2026 AI budget on Claude Code and Cursor by April in just 4 months. Monthly API costs per engineer range from $500 to $2,000 as adoption skyrocketed across the company. And 95% of Uber engineers now use AI tools monthly, with 70% of committed code originating from AI. So I think maybe this number is not that surprising with 95% of engineers. I wonder who doesn't use AI to some extent nowadays. It sounds maybe even low, why are not 100% of engineers using AI? Not even 𝗟𝗔𝗶𝗹, I suppose, shouldn't that be included here? Asking questions to 𝗟𝗔𝗶𝗹, that's an AI tool, so yeah, who does not do that? I've heard with Cursor that it's quite expensive, and Claude Code is getting more expensive. But I think this is a bit interesting here with the API costs that they talk about, that it can cost this much. So personally, so I'm not maybe coding that much. I'm coding to some extent, but I have the Claude Code $20 subscription, and also 𝗟𝗔𝗶𝗹 $20 subscription as well. So yeah, I have those two for $40 per month in total. And that's fine for me for the extent I code. But yeah, I think everybody are kind of sure that they're very subsidized. And yeah, here we have more maybe the true cost of AI. So even if you have a $200 subscription on 𝗟𝗔𝗶𝗹 or Claude, yeah, that's probably very subsidized. And when you're using the API instead, and you do coding for a job, so maybe these numbers are more realistic to actually cover the costs. But I guess this, yeah, they're using the API. Maybe this is something with being an enterprise or something. That's why they are doing that. So how Claude Code took over engineering operations. So Uber rolled out Claude Code access to its engineering team in December 2025, and usage doubled by February as developers discovered its multi-step capabilities. By April, the build consumed the entire year's AI budget, forcing leadership to make unexpected decisions as what started as an experiment in productivity became a runaway success, with 95% of Uber engineers now using AI tools monthly, showing how engineering actually works at the company. So it was quite recently, so just in December last year, that they started with the Claude Code. But yeah, I wonder why they didn't go with the regular subscription for the $200 if they are doing a lot of coding. This with API, it feels a little bit stupid maybe to spend so much when there is a cheaper option. But I think it's interesting that they are spending so much. So yeah, then those engineers must see or find value in that otherwise they wouldn't be using AI if they didn't become more productive from it. Cursor plateaus while Claude Code dominates. Cursor, the other main tool competing for adoption, has plateaued in usage while Claude Code dominates engineering workflows. Uber's CTO said the company is back to the drawing board on AI budgeting, which means figuring out if the company can afford this level of productivity at scale. With R&D spending at $3.4 billion annually, sounds like quite a lot. The AI coding tools represent a meaningful chunk that nobody expected would require this much capital so quickly. But yeah, I wonder about this with spending. Isn't Uber quite feature complete? What else is there to develop that they don't have today? And if they spend so much on AI and the engineers are becoming so much more productive, productivity at scale, shouldn't they be able to cut down on engineers? It feels a little bit weird to keep the same amount of engineers and be much more productive and spend so much on AI. But at the same time, spending this huge amount of sum for Uber, that is just a taxi app that already exists. How much more further development is there to do? Broader implications for AI spending. So Uber's unexpected budget burn matters because it signals how valuable AI tools have become to engineering productivity, to the point where limiting access feels counterproductive. Other companies are likely experiencing similar impacts as more developers adopt Claude Code, which has huge implications for software companies trying to manage cost while maintaining developer velocity. I don't know, this with valuable AI tool, like can they really say that spending a lot of money that it is equal to it being valuable? Maybe the problem is that they have this with API, and I guess it's unrestricted, and then you can just do how much they want. So like us who do the $20 per month thing, then you have this 5 hours quota, and then when you burn through that, then you need to wait until those 5 hours have lapsed, and then you can use AI again, and then you have your weekly budget as well. But when you hit those limits from time to time, you start to a little bit think about making the questions more specific, so they don't need to. The AI doesn't need as much tokens to be able to create an answer and fix things for you. But you're also like, not all stupid things you don't throw to the AI. Like you're a little bit mindful about what's meaningful and what you actually care about. But if you have like this unlimited spend and Uber pays for everything, why not throw everything at Claude Code and without caring about what it costs? So maybe that's one of the problems. If they would be limited, maybe the engineers would be a bit more mindful. So just because they can use a lot of AI and blow through their whole budget in 4 months, I don't know if that really tells that it's valuable or not. Worth noting, when developer productivity tools become so valuable that engineers blow the entire budget in 4 months, the issue isn't the tool, but that the budget was invented too early to forecast this adoption curve. Yeah, but again, this is about valuable. Sure, of course it's valuable, but you cannot really say that by just looking at the budget and how quickly they spent it. I don't know really what to think. They had this number about how the big R&D budget with $3.4 billion. It feels a little bit difficult to even comprehend for what they are building. And but otherwise, these numbers, I think 95% feels low, as I said. And I think these numbers make sense if you can spend how much you want and the company takes the bill. Sounds reasonable with this monthly API cost, but I think if you're allowed to use AI at your workplace, I think it makes sense. Regardless of what you're doing, I think there's probably that you're gonna get value from it. But that was everything for today. So please leave a comment if you have anything to chime in regarding this, and please like and subscribe, and we will see each other another time. Bye bye.